The San Francisco 49ers are headed to the Bay with a victory and tied for first in the NFC West after defeating the Arizona Cardinals 38-10 at Estadio Azteca on Monday Night Football.
Estadio.
Yeah, you like my accent, admit it. Now I messed up the whole thing. I'm trying to tee up Kyle Shanahan. See how you screwed that up, Stephen A? Your fault.
Jimmy's doing a great job. I think Jimmy always has. When Jimmy's been healthy out there, we've had our guys around him. I think he plays at a very high level. And I think he did that today as good as he has. So we're very fortunate to have him.
No one is loving the addition of Christian McCaffrey more than Jimmy Garoppolo. He matched a career high with 4 pass TDs Monday, all with McCaffrey on the field. He's completing 79% of his passes with 0 interceptions with McCaffrey on the field this season. On that note, from the West Coast, we bring in the one and only Mina Kimes. Mina, good morning.
Hi,
Hi,
good morning.
Mina. Hi, Mina. How's LA?
Hi.
Whoa, why do you say it like that? You're so
You know,
aggressive.
perfect. Aren't you guys going to be out here soon, right?
We are going to be out there.
I ain't there yet.
Amazing.
I ain't there yet.
Oh, my God.
Why you going? Why you going? What you going to LA for? What you going to LA for?
I'm doing the show with you in L.A.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So don't
That's
you
your
worry about
excuse. That's your excuse. You're holding on to that. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, that was awkward. Let's carry on. Keyshawn, I'll start with you. Actually, no, I won't. I want to go back to Mina because she's the fresh voice here. Will Jimmy G keep the Niners from the Super Bowl, Mina? Your thoughts on this?
No, I don't think so, which is notable because, as you guys know, I have been critical of Garoppolo in the past, last season. And I do think, if you were looking at the playoffs and you were asking what could possibly derail San Francisco, the quarterback has been the weak link in the past, especially with turnovers. But we also have to acknowledge how Jimmy Garoppolo is playing right now, and he's playing extremely good football. I agree with everything Kyle Shanahan said. He's got 3 games without throwing an interception, which has always been his biggest issue as a quarterback. And I do think watching him with Christian McCaffrey, it seems to have unlocked something where he is a bit more aggressive, throwing the ball downfield. It does give him an outlet when he's under pressure, when some of those mistakes have happened in the past. Right now, he's in a terrific situation. The offensive line is playing good. We've seen what all these skill players are capable of, and he is executing this offense to perfection. I have to give him his flowers.
Yeah, everything that Mina is saying is correct. And when you look at the way he's been playing, he isn't turning the ball over. He seems to be playing with confidence. They seem to be dialing things up differently than in the past. He's getting the ball out extremely fast when he hits his back feet. He's going from 1 to 2 to 3, getting back to 1 if he needs to, and he's throwing the football away. That is the thing that I like most about him, is he's not taking the unnecessary chances anymore. And people look at Jimmy Garoppolo as the weak link because of the way they won in Green Bay a year ago. The way they got to the Super Bowl against Minnesota in Green Bay, they took the football out of his hands. Then they moved on from him essentially and drafted Trey Lance, but yet and still, as I told Stephen A. earlier, Mina, do you think that they're glad that Jimmy G is still in the building? Because if he wasn't, where would this team be? If he wasn't in the building, where would this team be?
You know, you're amazing. You really are. I got to give it to Keyshawn. Congratulations on that. He's absolutely amazing. What you just pointed out, I mean, they're going to bring up last year against Green Bay. They're going to bring up a couple of years ago against Green Bay and Minnesota. I mean, damn, just give me the mountain of evidence to validate the doubt that we have in Jimmy G.
But
Thank
that's
you
what
very
you
much.
always bring up. That's the only thing people seem to point
It's unbelievable
to.
that you would say that. I mean, you two are unbelievable. I mean, listen, I don't know who you've been hanging out with. Y'all are just the paragons of enthusiasm and inspiration. I mean, my God, y'all got me motivated. I mean, look, hey, Jimmy G, maybe he will do it. I mean, forget what we've seen. Forget the fact that they saw enough that they were willing to throw him away like yesterday's trash. Forget the fact that Trey Lance hadn't proved a damn thing. And they handed him the reins because of how down they were on Jimmy G. We're just going to ignore all of that. And oh, by the way, over the last 3 weeks, he's absolutely fantastic. 2 of those games were against the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. We just gonna ignore that, Mina.
So
we just gonna ignore it.
That's
Me
fair.
the
No,
who
that's
picks.
fair.
I'm not even talking to you right now, Key, because we know the schedule. It's all about the schedule with you. It don't matter who they play. They on the schedule. If they played against a Pop Warner team, it don't mean anything to you. I understand that, but Mina, you of all people, I am shocked. I am appalled. You would sit up there and just throw out the side and just ignore the Rams And the Arizona Cardinals is 2 of the 3
Yeah.
teams he played against. Oh, by the way, that was after they got blitzed by Kansas City on their home turf, blown out of the state for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But we just going to ignore all of that, right? Because Jimmy G is
I'm
something
not
special.
ignoring
Oh,
it.
really? Really?
I just think he looks a little bit different as a quarterback, and
Wow.
I do think the presence of Christian McCaffrey
Well, if I
has
could throw
changed
screens
a
to
lot of
Christian
the pressure
McCaffrey and Debo Samuels, I'd look different too.
Yeah, exactly. And we would say, hey, Stephen A is keeping the trains running on time in San Francisco. I'm not saying he's he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I'm not saying he's going to elevate this team in the playoffs. What I'm saying is this football team, we haven't even talked about the defense, by the way, which is one of, if not the best
Big
in the
time.
NFL,
Big
is
time. Top
so
five.
stacked top to bottom that the quarterback doesn't need to do that much, and he's executing it really well right now.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm glad you said that, Mina. I'm glad you said that. You brought it home. Because, see, the impetus for this discussion that Molly didn't introduce the subject appropriately
Oh, my, you
or
have been
Keyshawn
on me
did not,
all
or
day.
Keyshawn did not literally elaborate on. The real key here, Mina, was this. What we were saying is, if the 49ers don't go to the Super Bowl, who we going to look at? And I said Jimmy G.
Oh.
He's the dude
Yeah,
that's
it would be
going to be
Jimmy
at fault. They got everything
Yeah.
else. He will be the reason. If the 49ers don't advance to the Super Bowl this year, trust you me, porn star Jimmy is going to be the reason why. You can book it.
Yeah,
I have to
again,
agree with
Stephen
you
A,
there. He is as I said at the beginning, if you had to pick one weak link on the team, it would be the quarterback. I just think the quarterback is playing really well right now, and I wanted to acknowledge that. But you're right.
Mina, you've been covering this stuff for a very long time. Don't let Stephen A talk you into something that you truly probably don't believe in. What the 49ers have is portable.
It's the framing.
It's portable.
It's the framing. It's
It's
what question are we asking?
Think about it. They run the football well. They play
Right.
lights out defense.
Yes.
You don't need your
Yeah.
quarterback to do much when that's portable.
That is
You
not the
don't.
point. And by the
It
way,
is
you're the
the
only
point.
person I've
What do
heard.
you mean?
You're the only person I've heard use the word portable with these discussions. We're gonna talk about that portable word that
Because
you've been
you
using.
can move
because
it
there's
around and
various
you can
definitions
travel
to the
with
word
it.
portable. Okay, but let me say this to you, Keyshawn. You making my point. You pointing to all of this other stuff I'm having. I'm saying to you, all of those things are gonna show up. Their running game gonna show up. Their defense is gonna show up. Kittles, McCaffrey, and Debo gonna show up. It's that damn Jimmy G. That's the question mark, Key. That's all I'm saying.
Look, all I need him
That's
to
all
do.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I need him to do is be 17 to 25, 200 yards,
That's
and
a lot.
throw a touchdown.
That's a lot. Come
Nah,
postseason.
man, no.
Key,
Come
as-
postseason, that's a lot.
Now I'm completely pivoted to Stephen A's side because now I understand what he's
Don't
saying.
let him
The
slick
problem
you.
is, Keyshawn, what you just said, oh, I just need Jimmy to do this and not turn the ball over. How many
Go all
times
over
have
the
we
place.
said that in the past at key moments, which you yourself mentioned earlier? It's, there's a pretty large sample size that gives us reason to have doubt. I'm not saying
But
that
see,
doubt's going to
the-
matriculate. I'm just saying there's reason.
When I go back and I look at it, and I have to go back to Minnesota and Green Bay in the playoffs because that was glaring. They took the football out of his hands. Then in the Super Bowl, they let him throw. He missed the throw. If he connects on that throw, we're having a different conversation.
Wow.
It's just a different kind. He's not the only person to miss a throw. It's a different conversation. But what we do is we act like this is a consistent thing with him in every single game, and it's not true.
You just named
Look, man,
a bunch
look, man.
of different examples.
That's two
of high
games.
level-
Look,
I need
there's
two
a lot of
games.
ifs there. There's a lot of ifs there. If my head was a bit bigger and I didn't have a schnoz up front and a noggin in the back, I could go bald and feel just as confident as I do right now. I mean, there's a lot of ifs. What the hell is that
I
thing?
don't think.
I mean, what does that say?
I don't think it's gonna be Jimmy G if they can't make it to the Super Bowl. I think it's more
But
so
what
gonna
would
be
it
Kyle
be?
Shanahan.
Key, what would
I
it
think,
be?
I think it's gonna
So
be Kyle Shanahan getting tight.
willing to blame
I think
Kyle
he's gonna
Shanahan
I think it's gonna
before
be the
you
coach
blame
getting
Jimmy
tight.
G.
That's
Something
what I
that-
think.
You've been talking to Molly. You've been talking about something wrong with you. Something is
No,
absolutely wrong.
nothing
You're
wrong
gonna
with
blame
me.
Kyle Shanahan. Now I'll blame
Okay.
Kyle Shanahan once they
If-
get to the Super Bowl
if
because his
they
record in the
don't
fourth
get
quarter
there-
is a different subject.
If
but
they
to
don't get
to the
there,
Super Bowl,
If they don't get there, it's because the coach got spooked. That's why. It ain't gonna be because of quarterback.
Okay.
It ain't gonna be
Keisha,
because of quarterback.
I want to. You said it
Wow.
was only
Go
3
ahead.
games. There's quite a few examples of Jimmy
That
Garoppolo
dude
throwing
is 38
interceptions at 4
and 17
times.
in his
out-
career.
Oh, we're doing wins. All right.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
I came into of this trying to praise Jimmy Garoppolo? How did we get here?
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
disappointed
Mina,
in
yeah,
Keyshawn
we're
right now.
doing wins
Very
because
disappointed.
if we give them touchdowns, we give them we complain when they lose, but we can't give them wins. We can't look at their record.
Well, the point of this is asking what could hold the Niners back, and when you look
That's
at the
right.
losses, too
That's
often
right.
it has been the quarterback. That's the only
right.
point we're trying to make.
That's
You
right.
better stop, man.
You're
Don't
on one
fall
today.
for the trap, Mina.
He's playing well.
It's the truth. It's the truth, Keyshawn. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. That's what this is, man. That's what this is.
Is there a statute of limitations for how many times you can throw me under the bus during one show? Just
Are
one.
you under the bus?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Do that
I want
to
to
you?
say, I think we had this exact discussion before the Packers game last year with everybody taking these exact positions.
I have a
and,
better question.
Well, we remember how that turned out.
I have a better question.
Yeah.
You and me have been coordinating with the same stylist? I'm just wondering. I'm just
No.
wondering.
Close, huh? That's
Pretty
almost close.
Pretty close.
No,
Pretty
we,
close.
we just know how to dress for television because we're professionals.
Well, you've gotten better. You've gotten better.
Okay. I